What's up, Piqua, and welcome back to PHS Now. This is the November edition, and this month we've had some fun and exciting things happening here at the high school. We kicked this episode off with Mr. Messick talking to Isabella Reyes about her position as drum major and how the Pride of Piqua Marching Band season went.
Hi, my name is Rob Messick. I'm the principal of Piqua High School, and this is our November edition of Piqua High School Now, and I am with...
I'm Bella Reyes, and I am the Pride of Piqua Marching Band's head drum major.
All right. And so, Bella, I kind of want you to share with me a little bit. You guys have had an incredible season, haven't you?
Definitely. It's really unprecedented. It's been very crazy and definitely a nice surprise after a year of no competitions.
Right. So, Bella, you guys, when do you guys actually start up band practice?
We start in July and go until November.
Okay, and so you come in July, and you start with, is it band camp? Is that what you start with? And then you have practices following from that point on. So you guys have won a lot of competitions this year, right?
Definitely. Undefeated in our class and a grand champion as well.
Okay, and so can you take me through what were the places that you competed at?
We went to Wilmington, Double H, New Bremen, Marion Local. We've also hosted an invitational as well.
All right, and so ultimately, so you said you had, you were a grand champion, I think it was at the New Bremen?
Yes.
And then you, the best of class and all the other ones. But something very exciting happened here just a couple weeks ago, didn't it?
Yes. We received a superior rating at state, which hasn't happened since I believe 1995.
That's what I heard. That's amazing, and it's just, I know that I've talked to Mr. Mahaney and Mr. Hines, and obviously that's the ultimate prize, and I'm so excited for you guys this year. So what is the big difference? Like, I know that you guys go over your scores and stuff, but what is the big difference this year and then some of the other years that you felt why the band was able to get the superior rating?
This year, I think being able to work towards a goal, being able to see other groups, and being able to get feedback from people other than our home crowd really helps us drive forward to improve each time.
Okay, and so like when you get back from, let's say you go to one of your competitions and the judges give you a lot of feedback, and then so you guys use that to keep working on your show and you direct, okay, excellent. And I know I always see you guys out there practicing after school. You guys put a lot of time in, don't you?
Definitely.
And it doesn't matter what the weather is, I've seen you guys out there all the time. It's either extremely hot or cold or everything else, a little bit of rain here and there, and you guys are still going at it. I'm so proud of you guys, and I really feel like, just in general, I just feel like there's really strong leadership in the band this year. I don't know that stems from you, but there's other seniors that have, taken their role in it. So some of the individual groups have gotten a lot of awards too, haven't they? Like the Flag Corps, didn't they do really well?
Yeah, our color guard has been very successful this season, as well as our percussion section, getting a lot of superior ratings at our competitions.
So the individual groups then pick up awards as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. And so you said percussion and color guard. Did anybody else?
That's usually about it when it comes to sections.
So one other thing I need to ask you about. So I've watched you guys multiple times, and I got a chance to see you at the state tournament, and it was or the state show. It was awesome. It was really neat seeing you guys out there, and I saw you guys out there practicing in the parking lot and all that. What's the twos about?
So our show is called It Takes Two, and it's pretty much a love story. And
I think I saw that during the show. You guys stopped and somebody sat on somebody's lap, right, or whatever?
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
And it's really just not necessarily even two people, but just two forces coming together and becoming one. And like in our show, the twos become a heart, and there's also lots of different two shapes and heart shapes within our show as well.
So, I mean, that sounds perfect because for that to really happen, or for you guys to be able to get superior, you guys as a band had to really come together, didn't you?
Definitely. It's not only two, but it takes the whole group.
That's awesome. That's really neat. Now, I'm going to switch gears on you a little bit, okay? Because I just got the opportunity to watch you in another role. What is another thing that you do here?
I am also a 4-year singer-dancer in the show choir.
Okay, and so there's a really, really big trophy in our building right now.
There it is.
So tell me a little bit about that trophy.
This past weekend, we went to Ada's Music Feast, and we received the Grand Champion Award over all of the other groups there.
I tell you, it was neat. I went there and I watched you guys, and I was texting back and forth with Mr. Westfall after the show and everything. He's like, oh, he had his fingers crossed, hope we got it. And I was just like, you guys got it. It was so obvious you were the best group there. It was pretty amazing. So tell me a little bit about show choir. When do you guys start up in show choir?
We also start our camp in July.
You're busy.
Yeah.
So you start in July, and then you guys practice a couple times a week?
Yes.
Okay, and then obviously through the school day. A lot of dancing going on in there. That's a lot of hard work there as well.
Yeah, it does take a lot of practice and hard work, but we have a lot of really good work ethic in the group.
Yes. And definitely, once again, I think the leadership shows there as well. I think just overall in the senior class, there's just a lot of leadership in our programs, and that's the reason why they're having so much success. Now, one part of the show I thought was just amazing, okay? I mean, there's all kinds of things. But when Audio Hype, the band comes out and does their song. So tell me a little bit about Audio Hype.
So our Audio Hype is an audition-based group that performs as the jazz band and also our combo in show choir as well.
And so they came out and they played "Sweet Child of Mine," and they had they all were wearing bandanas and everything else. And I tell you, that place went wild. The whole time when you guys performed, when the band came out, the Auto Hype came out, I mean, you could just feel the energy in that room. Also, I saw there's just a lot of Piqua people, Piqua parents and Piqua fans that come out to support you guys. That's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm very thankful for all of our friends and family that are always supporting us.
Yeah, and it's not just moms and dads. I mean, there's all kinds of people there. And so we took that place over. And then afterwards, everybody was going, we are Piqua, and all that. You guys did the Indian Rumble and all that. I think it was such a great night. So it's just a good time to be in the music department right now.
Definitely. It's so nice to be able to get back to some sort of normalcy after everything that's happened.
Yeah, and you guys came out so strong, and I'm sure that this is setting the tone for the future bands, and I'm sure we're going to see some more wins out of that show choir.
I'm very optimistic about upcoming events.
I don't think you have to be optimistic. I just think you got to get it done. You guys are so good. So, Bella, thank you so much for coming out here and speaking with me.
Hey, I'm Maddie Bolin, and this year for Veterans Day, we went to the schools in our district so our students could show their gratitude and appreciation for our veterans. All of us here in the media program want to thank our veterans and their families for their time, love, and dedication for their country. Happy Veterans Day.
Hi, my name is Soraya Hudson.
And Kaylee York.
And we'd like to thank our grandpa for serving as a U.S. veteran, and just to thank all of the U.S. veterans for serving in our life.
Hi, I'm Nolan Butler, and I would like to thank all the veterans for protecting our country and protecting all the lives of the innocent people. And thank you to my grandpa and uncle for serving in the military. My grandpa was in the Navy and my uncle was in the Army.
I just want to say thank you to all the veterans for all the sacrifices that they've made to make America a better place. And a special shout out to my grandpa, Ray, who served in the United States Air Force.
Hi, I'm Abel, and I want to say thank you to all the veterans for serving and protecting our country.
Hello, my name is Hannah Bailey, and I just want to say thank you to the military and the veterans for fighting for our freedom and for the country we have today, and thank you for all the hard work.
All right, I just want to give a special thanks to all the veterans who served our country, and specifically my great-grandpa who served in the Air Force.
Hi, my name is Bradley Hempel, and I'd like to thank my stepdad, Harold Mealy, for serving in the U.S. military. He was in the Army, and he was a special ops soldier. I'd also like to thank all of the other U.S. veterans. Thank you.
I want to thank all the veterans that have served and are serving. Without these people, we would not be able to have America as the happy and protected country it is today. So let's just give a big thanks to all the veterans that helped protect and still are protecting. Thank you for your time. I feel really good just knowing that this country will always be protected by these special people.
I just want to say thank you to all the veterans that served, and I want to give a special thank you to my cousin Chelsea, who served in the Army.
Thank you for all of the work that you guys go through. Just for us, you guys are the best. And a big thank you to my dad, William Granger. He served in the military for about 2 to 4 years. He was a on-battle mailman. You guys put your guys' life on the line just for us. That makes me feel special and loved. We all love you guys so much. Thank you guys for your guys' service.
Hi, I am Lily. I want to say thank you to all the people serving our country and have served our country. My dad has served, other family has served in the military. My cousin is serving right now in the Air Force, and I know how difficult it can be for the families and the people who are serving. So I want to say thank you for serving our country.
Hi, my name is Delana Ryan, and I would like to thank my uncle for his service in the Air Force.
Thank you, all veterans, for all your hard work to make our country better. I also want to thank my dad, who served in the Army for 4 years. Again, thank you, veterans. We appreciate all your hard work.
I just want to thank all veterans that have helped protect our country. My grandfather, my Nana, and I've had 2 grandfathers and my Nana. I think it's nice how people are willing to sacrifice their lives to help protect the country.
My name is Dan Medina, and I'd like to thank my stepfather's dad for his service because he was in Vietnam fighting for his country.
Thank you for all your hard work and service that you have served for our country. Thank you again, veterans.
My grandpa. His name is Steve Malkin. In the Navy. Thankful. Navy.
All right, my name's Carter, and I want to thank all the veterans for their love and support, and they fought for this country so we could be where we are today, and I would like to thank you all.
I want to thank my dad for being in the military, and he's in the Army. He was in the Army for 6 years, and I want to thank him for being in the Iraq War. Adam Grissom. Yes, I feel safe here that he served in the Army protecting our country.
My Aunt Mo. Thank you for serving our country. I'm proud of her.
My mom and dad are in the military. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for your service. Kara Kuhn and Jim Osborne. I feel grateful.
I'm Sam Rez. I'd like to thank all the veterans for serving the country, and that's it.
My dad was in the military. He was an Army man. Thank you, Dad. My dad's name is Joseph.
My name is Gloria. My Uncle Joey, he was in the Army. He was in there for a while. Thank you for the Veterans Day, especially my Uncle Joey.
Hi, my name's Mr. Messick. I'd like to thank all the veterans for everything that you've done for our country and what you continue to do for our country now that you are retired. I'd also like to do a big shout out for my son, Max Messick, who is currently serving the U.S. Coast Guard. Thank you.
My dad's name's
John, and my mom's name's Diane.
Thank you to the veterans.
My uncle, the Army.
I would like to thank my Uncle Jeffrey, who served in the Navy. Thank you guys for your service.
My name is Braden. Thank you, Dad, for serving in the military. Thank you to all the veterans.
I'm Cal. Thank you to uncles. Thank you all veterans.
Thank you all the veterans.
Thank you for your service.
Hi, my name's Naya. Thank you, Papa, for serving. Thank you, veterans.
My dad. He served in the Army.
I like to thank my grandpa, Jeff, from the military.
My name is Aiden Smith. My Uncle Sean was in the military, and I'd like to thank him for his service.
Hi, I'm Hudson, and I would like to thank my dad for being a veteran, and thank you for all the veterans.
I like to thank my Uncle Chris for serving in the military.
My name is Noah Berg, and my grandfather, he served in the Marines, and I want to thank him for his service today.
Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Jackson, and my uncle and my papa is in the military. Thank you for the veterans and everybody that's in the Army for serving our country.
My name is Tony, and I just have to thank my grandpa Mike for being in the military. Thank you to all veterans.
I like to thank my uncle to be in the military.
My name is Anthony Bergman, and my dad served in the military. He was a Marine. Thank you guys for your service.
Hi, my name is Malachi. I'm thanking all the veterans. My dad was in the Army.
We want to give another shout out to Mr. Skeens for serving in the Navy. We appreciate everything you do here and for serving your country. Thank you, Skeens. Now we have Bryson talking to some members of the art club.
I'm Bryson. I'm here with Kai. I'm just going to be talking to him, asking him a few questions about art club. So the first question I want to ask you is, what is art club?
So art club is a place for mainly art students to go to after school to work on projects that can be involved with the community and school. So right now, the projects that we have planned are working on some paintings for Dr. Littlejohn's office. He's a eye doctor downtown. We want to make a Pickwonian zine, so it'd be more of like a seasonal yearbook type of thing, but with that, I'd really like to promote inclusivity through it and have more people that you want to talk to on the day-to-day, just going about your school day, but maybe talk to them and see what they're passionate about at school, and take some photos with them and just be creative. And yeah, those projects are probably those are the two main things we're focusing on.
I'm back, and I'm going to be asking more questions about art club this time. I'm here with Riel, and the first question that I must ask is, what is art club to you personally?
Art club to me is a place where I can go and express myself through my art. But unlike in class where you necessarily you have an outline or a basis of what you need to do and you're getting criticized on it, it's not like that. You have a wide variety of things that you can do and express through how you feel and what you think.
So there's a lot of freedom within your work.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of freedom. And you don't have to necessarily it's not just painting or drawing or stuff like that most people think art club is. And you don't get critiqued on it. It's there's so many more things. We do a whole bunch of things. We spray paint things, we make graffiti, we design t-shirts, we make murals, we do stuff in the community. One of the things we do is if you paint a picture, it goes to Dr. Littlejohn's office, the eye doctor, over by Winans, and then it can get displayed and bought by people in the community.
That's nice. I want to go with, you say you guys make a lot of stuff, so what's your most memorable moment?
My most memorable moment is probably doing the mural in Skeen's room of like fish. That was like one of my favorite things that we've ever done.
All right, well, I think that's all we're gonna ask today. Thank you.
You're welcome. You should join art club.
Now we have Amira, who interviewed Miss Downs about the food drive, as well as a member of National Honor Society and a student from Miss Downs' service learning class.
Hi, my name's Amira Elder. I'm a student at PHS, and I was asking a couple different people questions who are involved in the food drive.
My name is Courtney Downs. I am a Piqua High School teacher and the National Honor Society advisor.
I'm Brennan Fornes, and I'm with Miss Downs' 5th period service learning class.
Hello, I'm Paul Hines. I'm a senior here at Piqua High School, and I'm a part of the National Honor Society.
Why did you do the food drive?
We decided to have the food drive for a second year just because the need is still present both in our high school as well as in the community. There are food pantries all over Miami County, but for our students, sometimes they can't actually find a way there. So by having a food pantry here at the high school, they always have access to basic goods.
All right, so the main focus is to help the families that are incapable of supporting their children with food every single night and every day. So we kind of just gathered the canned goods and everything else here to help support them.
And it just wanted to help out with the food drive this year because we like to have a good impact on the high school and the community.
How's the food drive going?
All right, so we are in our around 3rd or 4th day of the food drive, and as you can see, we are doing pretty well from everybody, all the classes participating in this.
We've actually been really happy with the support that we have. Quite a few of our teachers get pretty competitive with one another since we do keep track of the items that are brought in. So we have seen such a great response, particularly from our art and music teachers. Mr. Westfall, Mr. Fashner definitely go against each other a lot. Miss Watson has brought stuff in every day with her students. We're thrilled with the response so far, and we still have 2 days left.
The food drive went really well. I just went and looked in the office, and there's a ton of food that we got from classes at the high school, which we really appreciate because it helps keep our community and classmates fed.
What did you learn from doing the food drive?
I've kind of learned that like how big of an impact it can lead to with helping the families in need, giving them food on a daily basis. I think it's really big for them.
We learned that it is important to help out in our school and help keep our friends and classmates fed.
The biggest thing that I've taken away from this food drive is just how awesome our students and staff are. We need to help each other, and to see the number of kids and teachers that have participated in this has completely blown my mind, and I think it's great how much we're willing to help each other.
Now we have Alina talking to some of the seniors here at the high school about how their year's been going and what they plan for in the future.
Hello PHS, I'm here today with Andy. And Andy, tell us a little bit about your senior year and how you think it's going for you.
Senior year's been pretty fun. Grades have been up. It's been a good experience.
Good. Now, do you know any of your future plans or what you plan to do after high school?
Definitely go to some sort of college, probably in Ohio, get an engineering degree.
Gotcha. And what would you say you'll miss most about high school in general?
Definitely the friendships I've made over the years.
Gotcha. And now here's a fun question. What would you say your most memorable singular moment of high school would be?
Probably just hanging out with my friends all the past 4 years.
Good. That's a good answer. And the friendships in high school you make, you'll never forget, and that's really, really special. I'm here today with Quentin, and Quentin, go ahead and tell us a little bit about how your senior year is going for you personally.
Senior year's been going pretty good. Got some good grades, and it's been fun.
Good, and do you know what your plans are going to be after high school?
After high school, I think I'm going to go to college for engineering.
Gotcha, and now what would you say you'll miss most about high school?
Probably miss all my friends the most, you know.
Good. Now, here's a fun question. What would you say your most memorable moment of high school would be?
Most memorable moment in high school, probably times with the boys, specifically locking Gage Hammer in a trunk for a school project, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. That's an interesting memory, and you know, everybody has different memories, and it's nice that you have your own. So I'm here today with Destiny, and Destiny, you're a senior this year. How would you say that your senior year is going for you personally?
I would say it's going pretty well. I finished all of my second semester classes pretty early, so I'm graduating early and leaving. And then right now I'm leaving like after fourth period because like I finished all my classes.
Gotcha. And a pretty quick day for you then. That must be pretty nice. What would you say are your future plans? What do you plan to do after high school?
My future plans, I plan on taking a gap year and then getting into nursing and taking a 2-year college on that and then working my way up.
Awesome. And when you think high school, what do you think you'll miss most about? You know, walking the halls, the classes, what would you say?
I'd for sure miss like some of my favorite teachers and like seeing my friends every day.
And now here's a fun question. What would you say your most memorable moment of high school was? From freshman year to senior year, what would you say the one moment you'll always remember would be?
Definitely like all of like the football games and like the assemblies that's happened and like the senior boys dancing in the middle of the gym for the assemblies.
The Macho Men was a pretty special moment, and we appreciate you taking the time to answer these questions, and good luck to you with the rest of your senior year. We'll get back to you in the studio.
For our next segment, we have Kai interviewing one of our 3 foreign exchange students for the year.
Could you please introduce yourself and give a little bit of background about what your life was like just right before coming to Piqua?
Hi, my name is Anol Dawasuran. I'm one of the 3 exchange students here in Piqua. I'm from Mongolia. I live in the capital city of Mongolia, which has like over 1 million people living there. So I was used to like a really crowded kind of area before I came to Piqua. And when I came here, kind of shocking, it's a small town, so there wasn't like a lot of cars or people. Like most places, like when you smile to a person randomly and like wave to them, it'd be like considered as polite. But back home, in most Asian countries, like when you do it out of nowhere to like a stranger, it'd be considered weird.
So it's more of like an individual feel, like every single person's just going about their day?
Yeah, basically. And like you'd only say hi to like a person you actually know, basically.
In Mongolia, do you guys only study Mongolian history or do you guys study world history as well?
It depends on the grade. History gets started teaching when you're in 6th grade, and in middle school, they teach more about world history. Then when you go into high school, they teach more about Mongolian history. And Mongolia has a really great history, but the thing people don't know is we actually got independence in 1921. And that's a really late day. It's been only 100 years, even though we have all that history.
Mongolia was on like the uprise for a long time with like Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
And then it was colonized by the Manchu people.
The Mongolian Empire still to this day is the largest land empire known to man in world history. It conquered over 60% of the land known to man at that time. After he passed away, his children just took the empire. And after the fall of the Yuan dynasty, which was a part of Mongolian history, when Kublai Khan moved the capital from Mongolia to China, after that dynasty fell, the Mongolian Empire started shrinking.
Yeah.
To what size it is today. So after we went to that size of shrinking, then the Manchu people took over using religion against us, because at the time we were just converting into Buddhism from shamanism, when from Genghis Khan kind of introduced shamanism as like the official religion of Mongolia. Then it changed to Buddhist in the 16th century. That's when we got conquered.
Was that like a form of like cultural imperialism in a way, like forcing Buddhism?
Yeah, basically, yes. And when people were turning into Buddhist, like they like control it, like, oh, if you're this religion, you need to do that. And like that at the time, they like forced leaders to like like go against each other basically. So the leaders butted heads, and the government and all just started falling down.
Yeah, like there was a lot of tension.
Yeah, there was a lot of tension.
It kind of like led to the downfall a little bit. Is that like positively viewed as like that imperialist practice of Genghis Khan, or is that like negatively viewed?
Genghis Khan still to this day is viewed as one of the greatest Mongolian men to ever live. And we just view our like Mongolians' downfall when we got like under the control of the Manchu people. We view that as a mistake that we can never make again. So yeah, Genghis Khan's never viewed as like a bad person though. Genghis Khan's mindset, like written in The Secret History of Mongols, which was a book written in the 13th century by one of Genghis Khan's secretaries, and it's written solely by Genghis Khan's memory of his life.
Yeah.
And in the book, it says that he wanted to unite the world, and some people get the history wrong and say they just randomly attacked people and burned down houses and stuff, but well, in history, it's written as he'd sent messengers to sign peace treaties with the countries. And for instance, the Persian Empire, we had a union, like a peace treaty with them for a long while, until one time the Persian king like sent the head of a Mongolian messenger back to Genghis Khan. That's when the tension began, and we started attacking the Persian
war
Empire.
began?
Yeah. At the end of it, the Persian Empire was a part of the Mongolian Empire.
I think the idea of like trying to unify the whole world and because wars and international tensions, it's like a huge issue today, and we're trying to and even in America, we're trying to focus more on like domestic problems and fixing those issues first before
international things. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a cool connection, like from like what you've told me to like what I know.
Yeah, and actually, Chinggis is not his name. It's a title that he got in 1206 when he named Mongolia the Mongolian Empire. Chinggis just means supreme leader, and his actual name is Temujin. Yeah, and Mongolians, when they went to war, they would have 2 horses. Every warrior would have 2 horses. So when one horse got tired, he just switched to the other horse. So that's how they efficiently and fastly covered ground.
Yeah, so they really had like a good strategy going into like that unifying goal.
Yeah. Also, because the Mongolian Empire didn't want to ruin every country's culture and traditions, and we didn't burn down and destroy everything. That's I think why a lot of countries still to this day have their culture and traditions.
So yeah, it's not just full-on imperialism. It's more just grouping together this huge nation that can work simultaneously with different cultures.
Yes,
that's a really cool idea, and that totally reframed my mind around Mongolian history. What are some of your favorite movies that came out of Mongolia, or animations, or just any piece of media?
Now, that Gen Z is making animations now.
Yeah.
And there's a comic book about the secret history of Mongols, which was, as I told you, about the history.
Yeah.
And it's a completely hand-drawn comic. And the cool thing is one of my dad's friends drew the book.
What?
So I have
That's awesome.
One of the full copies of it back home. And it was really interesting. Reading that was more interesting than reading just a blank book. Of course, comics are like that.
Yeah. Was it more combined? It's historical fiction in a way?
Like, yeah, it's like historical fiction, but there's no fiction.
So it's still like storytelling, but like actually giving you the facts of history.
And it was interesting to see like the art, like he'd drawn like the scene that it was happening, while like the text, he'd like draw the things that were going on in the text basically. So it was really interesting and like intriguing to read that.
Yeah, that sounds like a really awesome like comic book. As far as like fashion goes, do you have any final remarks that you'd like to say about Mongolia, or any culture that's important to you that you want to keep practicing here?
I think I'm gonna like celebrate Lunar New Year, which is like one of the biggest celebrations back home. It happens in February, and yeah, that's probably like the biggest one.
Are you gonna like do it virtually with your family, or?
Yeah, I probably will call them like just on the video chat.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for providing so much information to us and telling us about yourself on Nolt. It was a really pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure talking to you too.
Thank you.
Now we have Will, who spoke with one of our new math teachers, Mr. Bixler.
I'm Marcus Bixler, algebra teacher here at PHS.
Mr. Bixler, what made you come back to Piqua?
Well, I had the opportunity to be an administrator for 7 years following an 8-year stint at Piqua, and to be honest, I missed the interactions and the opportunity to work with students both in and outside of the classroom, on the basketball courts, and having that opportunity to come back and be able to work in the algebra setting, also be able to help out with basketball is something I really missed and excited to be back to do.
What have you enjoyed most about your return to Piqua?
Just being around the students again. I enjoy, especially the younger high school students, seem to have some energy, seem to be enthused about algebra and some math and learning, so it's just good to be back in that classroom environment.
Do you have any goals for your second time around?
Maybe nothing that sticks out. You know, I've always enjoyed being able to help students. I want to see them succeed and get through, not only have some success in algebra, but have them carry it on to other classrooms. That's probably the big thing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, William.
To finish this episode out, some of our freshmen shared what they're excited for about being at the high school and what it's been like so far.
Hi, my name's Addie Lazier and I am a freshman in the class of 2025. I think more freedom that comes with being in high school, like from the junior high, there's more opportunities and freedom that you get at the high school. I hope to be able to join lots of clubs and get involved with lots of activities. My goals after high school are to go to college and hopefully get a degree in either the culinary field or cosmetology field, and go into the workforce after graduating college.
Hello, my name is Joshua Clayton. I'm a freshman and I'm in the class of 2025. I'm probably excited about being in high school with almost taking that next step to go to college and everything. So it's just one step closer to going to college. I hope to get my first job and hopefully by the end of the year get all A's. My goals after high school are to go to college to play for wheelchair basketball either at Illinois or UTA.
Hi, I'm Brenna Thompson. I'm with the class of 2025. I'm just excited that most of my friends are here and like sports, like being in band and like those kinds of things, to get good grades and accomplish good things. Go to college and possibly get a degree in sociology, psychology, or the medical field.
Everyone here in the digital media program hopes you had a happy Thanksgiving and have an even happier holidays. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be seeing you in our January edition of PHS Now. And remember, I'm Maddie.